Hoodie, we believe in together. We are happier. We are. Toastmasters was started by Ralph C. Smedley in the year of 1924 in the United States of America. Currently, there are more than 16,000 clubs in over 140 countries. The mission of a Toastmasters club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are three golden rules we follow at Toastmasters. Try not to hurt others' sentiments by speaking on sensitive topics like sex, religion, and politics. As we are conducting our club on an online platform, please keep your mobile microphone on mute unless it is your turn to speak. Please keep your mobile phones on vibrate and enjoy our meeting. I now call this meeting to order. Please help me welcome Mr. Eska Deva, our presiding officer, to take the meeting forward.
Thank you, Lohit. So today we are having our installation ceremony by our area director, Vidyut Datta. So looking forward for the ceremony, and we have, I think, one speech lined up and few table topics by our Toastmaster of the day, Bhamati. So let me give the right of control to our Toastmaster of the day, Bhamati. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yaska. First of all, let me wish everyone a very happy Sankranti, Pongal, Bihu, or Lodi, whichever festival you are celebrating. So, as we all know, today we have an installation ceremony also lined up. And today's theme is how colors impact our life, or the impact colors have on our life. Now, before I take you into this theme, let me welcome our area director, Toastmaster Vidyut Datta, who is here to conduct the installation ceremony. So I will now hand it to Toastmaster Vidyut for conducting the installation ceremony.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhamati. As always, a pleasure to be a part of one of the Hoodie Toastmasters Club meetings. Let me start sharing my screen and we'll get started with the installation ceremony. Okay, can someone just quickly confirm if you can see the presentation in the full screen mode?
Yes.
Yes, okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Good evening, dear members of Hoodie Toastmasters Club. Before I start the installation ceremony, may I request the outgoing club officers from the previous term to please turn on your videos. I think we have Toastmaster Bharat and Toastmaster Yaska from the previous team. Thank you so much. Dear officers, you had a successful term and all of you should be extremely proud for serving magnificently in your respective offices. On behalf of Hoodie Toastmasters Club, Area D2, Division D, District 92, and Toastmasters International, I would like to say a big thank you for all your hard work and success this term. I hereby discharge you from all further duties and responsibilities of your respective offices. Please give the outgoing officers a huge round of applause by unmuting yourselves for the wonderful service they have rendered to this wonderful club. Let's hear it for all of them. Thank you so much. Now, may I request the elected officers from the current term to please turn on your videos. I humbly request the audience to please withhold applause till the installation ceremony is concluded. Dear members, I am here to install the officers of Hoodie Toastmasters Club and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective responsibility is to make this club strong and dedicated to helping members of this community to speak in an effective manner, listen with sensitivity, and passionately lead and help individuals. Each officer is obligated to attend the club executive committee meetings, attend the district sponsored club officer training program, which most of you have already attended last weekend, prepare a successor for his or her respective office. May I now request the club officers to come on video as and when I install them. I request each officer to hold a pen that would signify the gavel in a physical meeting as a symbol of leadership, as I briefly describe the responsibilities he or she must fulfill. If possible, let's take 5 seconds. You can just quickly grab a pen, which you have handy with all of you. Okay. Now I request Toastmaster Abhijit to please. Okay, Toastmaster Abhijit is, I think, is not there with us, right, for the meeting. Yaska,
Heath and Bharat Bajoria are not there in the meeting.
not there. Okay. So can we have someone who can take the oath on behalf of Abhijit?
I will do that.
Okay, great. Bharat, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Bharat. Toastmaster Bharat, taking the oath on behalf of Toastmaster Abhijit, as Sergeant at Arms, your responsibilities include ensuring that the meeting invite is shared well in advance with all the members and guests, maintain the club equipment in working order, ensure that adequate club supplies are available, ensure to take care of online meeting controls and meeting recording whenever needed, make sure that all relevant educational and PR materials are displayed, greet guests, and most importantly, help the club president make sure that the meeting begins and ends on time. Toastmaster Bharat, taking the oath on behalf of Toastmaster Abhijit, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bharat. May I now request Toastmaster Lohit to please come on video. And moderator, if you could spotlight Toastmaster Lohit for all of us. Okay, I think Toastmaster Lohit was having some difficulties with his video, right? Is he there on video?
He
No.
cannot- yeah.
Right, okay, no problem. Let's go ahead with the installation. Toastmaster Lohit, as the treasurer of the club, you will be expected to keep the financial records and prepare the club budget, announce when it's time for members to pay their dues, explain the due structure to members, collect dues, and work with the secretary to ensure that the club submits dues on time to Toastmasters International World Headquarters. Toastmaster Lohit, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will do.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lohit. May I now request Toastmaster Bharat to please come on video. And moderator, if you could please spotlight Toastmaster Bharat for all of us. Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Bharat, as the secretary of the club, you will be expected to maintain an accurate membership roster, work with the treasurer to ensure that the new member applications and dues reach Toastmasters International World Headquarters as soon as possible, submit the new club officer list to Toastmasters International on time, work with the treasurer to submit your club's semi-annual report and dues to Toastmasters International on time, take care of noting down attendance for online meetings, and most importantly, provide the club with minutes of each and every meeting. Toastmaster Bharat, as the club secretary, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bharat. May I now request Toastmaster Arijit to please come on video, and moderator, if you could please help me in spotlighting Toastmaster Arijit for all of us. Great, I can see Toastmaster Arijit on video. Toastmaster Arijit, as the Vice President Public Relations of the club, you are expected to attract visitors to the club through various publicity campaigns, use a variety of means to promote the club and its members in as many mediums as possible, enlist your fellow club members in PR activities, providing them with promotional materials and ideas for inviting guests, to regularly recognize member achievements with methods such as announcements, newsletters, emails, and articles that you submit for the district bulletin. Toastmaster Arijit, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arijit. May I now request Toastmaster Bharat to please come on video. Do we have Toastmaster Bharat with us?
Not there. I will take on his behalf.
Oh,
Okay, great. Arijit was already ready to take the oath, but okay, great. Okay. Toastmaster Yaska, taking the oath on behalf of Toastmaster Bharat. As the Vice President of Membership of the club, you are expected to lead the club's membership building efforts, help members with any requirement during their journey, listen to their grievances, and provide support whenever needed. While the Vice President Public Relations motivates people to visit your club, you will be motivating the current members to invite guests. Promptly give new member applications and dues to the secretary and treasurer. Personally greet guests and provide them with guest packets, including a membership application. And most importantly, make sure each guest hears about the benefits of Toastmasters and gets a personal invitation to become a member. Toastmaster Yaska, taking the oath on behalf of Toastmaster Bharat, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yaska. May I now request the Vice President Education of the club, Toastmaster Bhamati, to please come on video. Okay, thank you so much, Yaska, for spotlighting Toastmaster Bhamati for all of us. Toastmaster Bhamati, as the Vice President Education of the club, you will be expected to gain commitments from members to set educational goals for themselves, ensure that the club members are aware of the schedule of meeting roles, planning meetings that will assist members in meeting their individual goals, work with the club members to keep meetings fun and well run, work with your members to ensure that they submit their applications for educational awards promptly, provide for educational topics at club meetings such as those from the successful club series and leadership excellence series, represent your club at area and district council meetings. As the second highest ranking officer, preside over the meeting when the club president is absent. Toastmaster Bhamati, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhamati. May I now request Toastmaster Yaska Deva to please come on video. And you've already spotlighted yourself. Thank you. Toastmaster Yaska Deva, as the president of Woody Toastmasters Club, you are the chief executive officer of the club. Thus, you are expected to preside at all club meetings and all meetings of the club executive committee. It is your responsibility to see that the club adds new members and meets the needs of its current members to achieve their communication and leadership goals. Establish a club climate that is supportive, stimulating, and rewarding to its members. Realize that amongst the resources available, your commitment is towards the fellow club members first, followed by the club officer team, area director, division director, District 92 officers, and officers of Toastmasters International headquarters. Toastmaster Yaska Deva, you hold the gavel as a symbol of the power and authority that your club has given you during your term of office. I am very confident that you will use it wisely, but with restraint. You are a member of your team as well as a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It's an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with a common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone will be proud of. Toastmaster Yaska Deva, as a member of Woody Toastmasters Club, as well as its leader, will you work with your executive team and club members to make this a vibrant and rewarding club this term and help every individual with honesty, loyalty, and empathy?
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yaska Deva. Dear members of Woody Toastmasters Club, I request all of you to please turn on your videos wherever possible. Your club officer team has just pledged to serve its club to the best of its ability. To be the best Toastmasters club possible and to meet the needs of all its members, your club will need active participation from each and every member. Do you, as members, pledge to work together with your officer team to make Hoodie Toastmasters Club the finest Toastmasters club it can possibly be?
Yes, we do.
Yes, yes, we do.
Thank you so much. By the authority vested in me as the area director of Area D2 of District 92, it is my sincere pleasure to declare this Toastmasters officers installed in their respective club offices. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to the Hoodie Toastmasters Club executive team for the term January to June 2022. Let's hear it for the wonderful team. Let me now pass on the stage to the incoming president, Toastmaster Yaska Deva, for the incoming presidential address. Over to you, Toastmaster Yaska.
Thank you very much, Vidyut, for installing all of us on this journey of club officers for the term January 2022 to July 2022. Hoodie, I have been the Vice President of Education in the past 6 months, and it's been a pleasure and a lot of work ensuring that meetings are run and the members are educated and helped, and there's a learning environment created. So I thank from a core of my heart Arijit, because he brought me to this club and he made me stay in this club. That's more important. So that's someone who really helped me out when I was going through stuff. And I have no words to thank enough past President Bharat, who was there with me through all the trenches, with all the difficulties, motivating, going through everything with me to ensure that Hoodie's meetings are on. And we had vibrant meetings with a lot of international audience coming in, education sessions. So that was last year. So coming this year, we have many experienced members who are officers. We have Bhamati, who's almost become DTM. We have Arijit, who's very experienced. We have Bharat, who's very experienced. We have enthusiastic officers like Lohit, who's a company secretary himself, who's taken up the treasurer role. We have Bharat Bajoria, who's a very nice Toastmaster, learning quickly for a VV membership. I'm sure everybody of them does a great job in ensuring the success of Hoodie Toastmasters Club. So my focus, as we had discussed in the last meeting, was to ensure that Hoodie Toastmasters Club will be epitome of learning, and we produce champions out of here in the district and a great learning opportunities for all the club members, and make the meetings fun, that our members and guests come here and we increase the membership. That's the only goal in this term. With that, I say all the best to all the officers. Let's ensure that we keep up to our goals that we have set for ourselves, be it getting education awards, be it making education sessions, be it getting members, everything. Let's ensure that we give the Hoodie Toastmasters Club members a great experience in the next 6 months. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yaska. I wish the wonderful team of ISCOM who has taken over in the current term under the leadership of Toastmaster Yaska all the very best, and you will have all the support necessary from the area team, and let's make this a wonderful term for all the members of Hoodie Toastmasters Club. With this, over to you, Toastmaster Bhamati, for carrying forward the session. Thank you so much.
I forgot one more very important person. This person cannot be left out. That is our area director, Vidyut. He was not an ExCom, but he has helped Hoodie very much, taken last minute meeting roles and helping us going through the contest, a lot of things. So we expect the same from you then over time, and I know you will help us a lot. So thank you very much, Vidyut. Over to you, Bhamati.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yaska. Maybe we can also request the outgoing president, Toastmaster Bharat, to share a few words if you like.
Bharat, are you there?
Yes, yes. So, like I told, this team looks like a real deal to me, and this current team, particularly, looks like a real deal to me because this team, and I literally got much energy, and I'm I'm more positive that we will get more members this term, and due to unseen circumstances during my tenure as president, a lot of officers were not able to perform their roles as expected. But this term, I really got some hope and some positive energy that that we will be fulfilling all the roles, and we'll be fulfilling all the DCP points. But in spite of less officers during last term, we produced excellent speakers to the humorous speech contest. Sorry, not the humorous speech contest, to the evaluation and the table topics contest. And like Yashkadeva, Toastmaster Yashkadeva, our current president, represented our club till the division level, and our table topic contestant from this term, same Yashka, represented till area level. And that shows that we keep on providing the quality contestants to the area level and division level contest. And even after that, we achieved till 8 DCP points. Am I right, Yashka? So I think that we achieved 8 DCP points in spite of all the challenges. So my heartfelt thanks to all the officers whomever supported this Shudi Toastmasters Club to achieve all its goals and responsibilities. Because and the person whom I want to thank, if I want to pinpoint two people, like I can pinpoint, one is Yashka and the next one is Vidyut. So without these two people, I would have not survived as a president, is what I think. A huge thanks to both of them, and I am really pumped up for this term, and I'm looking for various good meetings, because like Yashka told, we are having quality members, Arijit, Pamati, who is going to be soon going to be DTM. So this gives me more energy, and this gives me more like what I say, petrol to a car, as I'm driving a car right now. So thanks a lot, and looking for a great time. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bharati. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhamati, for the wonderful theme, impact of colors in our life. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vidyut. Thank you, Yaska, and thank you, Bharat, for those motivating words. Have you all wondered why sometimes you are influenced by the color of a room? Some spaces, when you enter them, you feel very irritated. At the same time, some other spaces make you feel calm and relaxed. Ever wondered about this? If not, let me give you a clue. Have you noticed those colors might be what making you feel either irritated or relaxed? Whenever we think of a relaxing place, we imagine pictures of a beach or serene green mountains, don't we? That is because the color green or color blue play a calming effect. At the same time, when you see images of fire or images of red, you feel very distracted, you feel uneasy. This is because red agitates our body. It increases the blood pressure so much so that you feel irritated. So today we will learn more about how colors impact our life, our psychology. But before we get into that, let me define how a Toastmasters meeting structure goes for the benefit of our guests. So we have 3 sections. First, the prepared speech, where members of a club have prepared speech according to the objectives given by Toastmasters International. They'll come here and then deliver the speech. The second section is table topics. Impromptu speaking is a very crucial tool when it comes to communication. I hope you all agree. And to help us improve in this aspect, we have the table topic section. A table topic master will give you a topic and then you have to speak on it on the spot. Last, but the most important, is the evaluation section. Now, Toastmasters is known for being a supportive and conducive environment where you can learn, give a speech, and then get evaluated. That is why we say it is the most important part. Now, to carry out this very important part, we have a very important member who is none other than our Bengali Babu Moshai, Toastmaster Arijit. So over to Toastmaster Arijit to tell you about the evaluation section.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhamati. But contrary to the popular opinion of being called a Bengali Moshai, Babu Moshai, like a lot of people think that I do not speak Bengali very well. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I am your general evaluator for today's meeting. I will be taking note of every action, every word that is spoken or that happens during the course of the meeting. And ladies and gentlemen, to help me in this endeavor, I would be having an evaluator who will be evaluating today's speech. And then we would be also having a tag team. So today's tag team has a little, it is with a little difference. So I will start with the grammarian for today's meeting. So the grammarian is Toastmaster Vinayakam. So Toastmaster Vinayakam, can you tell us more about tell us about your role? Okay, you're on mute.
Grammar is the skeleton of our speech. Like the skeleton provides the shape of our body and provides the inner strength, grammar does that for a speech. I will be noting down I'll be observing the speeches and the table topics today, and will be noting down good usages of grammar and any points of improvement. The word of the day today is vivid. Keeping with the theme today of colors, vivid. I mean, there are multiple meanings of vivid, but we will go with the meaning that goes well with the theme today, which is intensely deep or bright. It is usually used as an adjective. So if you describe memories and colors as vivid, it means they are very clear and detailed. Her dress was a vivid shade of purple. My grammar suggestion for today is some people would have already got a hint from the word of the day being a 5-letter word. It is Wordle, and people who are following the WhatsApp group would also be familiar with our daily images and what we share. So this is a brilliant game which has caught the fancy of many people nowadays. It's great to up your Scrabble word game and Scrabble game, and also it's a throwback to the old times. So you can play it only once. I know there are hacks to do it multiple times, but you can play it only once. So it improves your patience as well. And so I recommend that everybody start playing this game and improve your word game. Over to you, Toastmaster Arijit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinayakam, for telling us about the word of the day, your role, and the rage that is around the game Wordle. Ladies and gentlemen, now I will be playing very safe. If you have noticed, my speech has a lot of ers, ums, and abrupt pauses. So I'm taking the role of the counter to save me from the ignominy. Ladies and gentlemen, as the counter, it is my role to count the repeater words, the pauses, and the filler words. Repeaters could be, maybe, or my favorite, however. And then we have the pauses. Pauses can be long, short, but don't make it too long or too short to indicate abruptness in your speech. And then we have filler words like so. Kindly avoid these words. And then I will be introducing you to the two timers of the day. So we have one Toastmaster timer, Lohit, who will be sharing his timer report on the chat box, but he will be telling you more about his role. And then we have timer Bhamati, whose screen, her backdrop will be showing you the colors to the speaker who will be speaking. So I would be asking Lohit to tell more about his role. Lohit, are you there?
Toastmaster Arijit, fellow
Yes.
Toastmasters and guests.
As a timer, I will take the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green virtual background at minimum time, yellow background at the time in between, and red background at the end of the speaking time as per the time specified on the agenda.
Okay. Bhamati, can you show us the color backdrop if you are using it?
Sure, Toastmaster Arijit. For the minimum time, this will be the green background. When you reached halfway, it will be the yellow background. And you will have the red background when your time is up.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhamati and Lohit, for briefly telling us about your role, briefly but very effectively telling us about your role as timers, co-timers of today's meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further delay, let's move on to Toastmaster Bhamati, who will be telling more in detail about the impact of colors in our life.
Thank you. Now, who here can tell me what are the primary colors? Anyone?
Red, green, blue.
Red and blue, correct. Green is wrong.
Okay.
Yellow.
Yes. So the primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. And anyone tell me what are the secondary ones? Now it's easy. Okay, secondary colors are derived by mixing of the primary colors. So blue plus red gives you magenta or pink. Blue plus yellow gives you green. And red plus yellow gives you orange. And those are the secondary colors. Now, so on, you go on and so forth. So when you mix secondary and primary colors, again, you get lots of shades and hues, depending on the mix that you're doing. So this way you can create a lot of vivid colors. Now, coming about why I'm talking about these primary and secondary colors. Now, these primary and secondary colors form into two families, which is warm and cool colors. Now, though artists have a different definition of warm and cool colors, for most people, warm colors are colors associated with the family of red and yellow. And we consider family of colors associated with blue and pink to be cool colors. Because when you look at the shade chart, you will see that the temperature of these warm colors is a little higher up. When I say temperature, I don't mean degree or Celsius temperature, Fahrenheit, but it's to do with the amount of colors dropped in to get that mix. So warm colors usually motivate us, give us energy, whereas cool colors have a very calming effect. So please keep this in mind when you go for your house decoration. So next time you choose to paint your paint your walls a different color, keep in mind how you want the mood of the room to be. Moving on, now we are ready for a prepared speech section. Before I call upon the speaker, let me quickly introduce our evaluator for today. He is from Travelators Toastmasters Club. He's a very easygoing and fun-loving person. He's working as a product manager and he loves being a Toastmaster. So I call upon Toastmaster Krishna to please read out the objectives for today's speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhamati. As an evaluator for today's speech, I will be evaluating the speech which is going to be attempted for level 5 project 1, with the speech title Learning from Volunteering. The purpose of the speech or the project is for the member to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer organization. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience serving as a leader in a volunteer organization. Your speech will be evaluated on the basis of clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, gestures, audience awareness, comfort level, interest, and the topic that which is being shared. All the best for the speaker. Back to you, TM Bhamati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krishna. Our today's speaker is an engineer by learning and a teacher at heart. He's been a Toastmaster for over a year, and he is also a pathbreaker. President of our club, Toastmaster Yaska. His speech title, Learning from Volunteering, Toastmaster Yaska.
Avada Kedavra. Don't worry, I am not the old mott, sorry, that you know who, nor am I the Severus Snape. This was the feeling I got, as if the spell is being cast on me when the first lockdown happened in India during March of 2020. I was a very active person. I will go around from campus to campus teaching, and I would volunteer at ISKCON, and I was trying to build my own business. With all this, I used to travel 60 to 70 kilometers on bike in Bangalore traffic every single day. And all that was stripped off as if that was killed. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests here. I want to share with all of you today what I got in return after this stripping of all the things that happened in my life. That is Toastmasters, volunteering in Toastmasters. It was around in August 2020 where I got this one WhatsApp message from a faraway friend about a Toastmasters meeting that is online. And I attended, and I fell in love with it the first time I attended it. Within span of a month, I was a member at that club. And as the destiny, it was not in India. The club was located physically in Canada. And thanks to the pandemic, that was even possible. As I started to give speeches and understand more about Toastmasters, one day our club president came to me and said, Yaska, I think you are good at designing. You had shown interest. Do you want to be your VP of public relationships? I was like, what should I do? He said, nothing. You just have to prepare designs and post it on Facebook. That's it. Like, that is simple. I am always on Facebook. I know PowerPoint. I can design and post it. Nothing I knew what it had behind that particular Facebook poster. So many things that started to line up as I started to take on this role. And my curiosity started to come in place. And instead of roaming in Bangalore, I started to roam across the world. And I came across this beautiful club, Hoodie Toastmasters Club. And I met this beautiful personality who is so very much likable, that is our Oreo. After a few months of coming to Hoodie Toastmasters Club, he said, Yaska, why don't you take membership in Hoodie? I thought, and they said, yes, I can take up membership. And after a month, he said, Yaska, why don't you take a club officer role, become our VP education? I thought and said, yeah, it's a simple club, simple role. What has to be done? I took it up. So on one side, VP of Public Relations of an international club and VP of Education in Bangalore. Two roles in one hand. And both the meetings are on Saturday. One at 3 p.m. and one at 7 p.m. Initially, it was a roller coaster. Should I make the roster here? Talk to members so that they can take up a speech slot? Talk to members so that somebody will become TMOD? Or get the meeting theme from the TMOD and prepare a poster for it? This was going on and on and on. And that's when my club president taught me delegation. He said, Yaska, alone you cannot do anything. Make a team for yourself. Now that's the first lesson I learned. That if you really want to scale up, choose your second man immediately. So I started to look for people who are interested in designing and who has an idea of public relations. And there came one angel as a blessing, Toastmaster Gayatri. She loved designing. She was a PR person, and we started to gel together each other. And we learned. I learned a lot from her, and we started to share that one poster to design, next poster I will design, and it went on well. But fate has its own way of testing people. Within a month that she was about to become my associate VP PR, she was made VP Education because of the last moment resignation. I said, fine, not a problem. If not this person, I'll get a second person. So I got one more lady who started designing, taught everything, and everything was going on. And then she also moved on. So over the past 6 months, I had taught 4 people designing, and all of them are nowhere to be seen. Either they have taken up new roles or don't have time in their life to take up this. Coming to the VP Education part, what I learned here, the number of members are very less. I tried to make up a team, which was very difficult. So I had to do it hands-on till the end. Here I learned personal relationship is what is required in a small setting of this club. I had to literally ask everyone personally, can you take up this role specifically? And then I would get it. And I also learned that instead of just the club, you need to make relationships across the district so that people can help you out when required to run the meetings. And blessings to different WhatsApp groups that were there, that exactly happened. I would go and attend at least 2 or 3 club meetings across district so that people know that there is a person called Yaska who needs some help. And I would ask them, can you please help us with this particular role? And gladly many times they would accept and they would come and help me out. So throughout this 6-month journey, what I really learned are these 2 important lessons. One thing that works in one place may not work in another. Every club, every district, every life situation has its own way of dealing with it. In one place, I had to learn delegating and train people. In another place, I had to learn connections and networking so that I can grab as much help as possible. So fellow Toastmasters and guests, this is what I would like you to carry. No situation in life, whether be a leader or anything, is same. Every situation has a different solution which you need to come up with through your life experiences. But be ready to brace yourself to the hurdles that will come to you and take help when required, and you will come out successful. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Wonderful message, Toastmaster Yaska, and very apt, I must say, for today's installation ceremony. I think all the officers who got newly installed should learn from your speech. With this, let me get back into explaining why the colors have that effect on us. Now, I've not been a science student, but when I was reading through why they have this effect on us, I learned one very interesting thing. It seems our eyes perceive colors using the rods and cones which are there within them. Now, green and blue, which are very calming, directly fall on the retina, and hence the eye muscles do not get strained as much to view these colors, and hence the calming effect. Whereas with red and yellow colors, it's quite the opposite. Our eye muscles are strained, and hence we feel anxiety or the motivation. Now, you must have seen in rooms where usually there is a huge gathering of people or people are present most of the times, such rooms are colored in colors of blue or light green. Light purple is also said to have a very relaxing effect. So most of the spas use lavender, not just the color, even lavender oil for that matter. Now we'll be getting into a table topic session. And since I couldn't find a role taker, I will be playing your table topic master as well. Now, I have some very simple topics today on the theme. And I would call for volunteers now. Otherwise, I will start picking people. So who wants to go first? Okay, I see Vaibhavi Sondur has raised her hand first. After that, it was followed by Toastmaster Krishna and Toastmaster Manu. Okay, first let me start with Toastmaster, sorry, not Toastmaster, our guest, Vaibhavi. So Vaibhavi, your topic for today is, how did you view colors as a child? How did you view colors as a child?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Before I begin, audio check. Am I clearly audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Wow, the childhood experience. It's really, really nostalgic. Why? Because I was so bubbly, I was so chirpy, and I had this vivid sense of emotions running inside me. Colors, yes, really did play a very vital role in my early childhood. My mother would bring me so many crayons or wax pencils so that it improves my creativity. I had a huge cardboard sheet in front of me and vibrant colors in my right hand. Not just that, my mother would actually draw some strokes on those plain lines and teach me how different objects will have different colors and how do I have to mix and match to express my picture in the head. Not just that, when I would turn to the wall and look, I had different patterns, different colors. Again, I would get back to my mother and ask why the puja room has this color only, why the study room wall has this color only, why the ceiling looks so shiny, so nice. She would explain me how different color has different soothing effect on a growing child. Not just that, as I said, the puja room, we had vermilion, we had turmeric. She was telling me how important it is to put it on our forehead to improve concentration. On my school books, I would have labels of different colors. Of course, cartoons were also there, but majorly the colors would tell me what book it is. So all in all, to recapitulate, colors and my childhood are closely tangled, and thanks to my mother, who has taught me importance of different colors, which I carry even now. Thank you, Amma. Handing the virtual stage back to Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Bhanumati. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaibhavi. I think you just took me back in time. Even I was remembering when I was a child, how I used to like color with those wax crayons. It was a different thing that I colored the walls and then got a smacking from my mother. Okay. Our next speaker volunteer was Toastmaster Krishna. So Toastmaster Krishna, the topic for you is how important are colors when you're buying clothes? How important are colors when you're buying clothes?
Nowadays, with online coming into the picture, the colors, the importance or the effectiveness of the color depends upon how good your monitor is or how good the software of the online e-commerce platform which is rendering that color. Unfortunately, we have to go as a man, I have to go with certain basic colors. There is some restriction on that, unfortunately. So within all these limitations, I have come to a stage where color on the cloth that which I wear is just either the primary or the secondary colors and nothing more than that. Again, there are some shades which I take care of it, but nothing more than that. Moving away from what a color, do I really care about the color? Moving away from that topic, I think it is very important to have a choice, which I lack. I just pick anything which I feel is good, and I'll just wear it. I don't care. My shopping is hardly 10 to 15 minutes. But I think I understand what my wife was trying to teach me all these days when I'm going for shopping, is to choose and to keep choosing those colors or the cloth or the material in or any sense. Do a shopping properly. If you don't do the shopping properly, you will regret that you brought this at a later stage, and you will wear it because you have chosen it. So stop doing that. Spend that little bit of time for your shopping and concentrate on the colors that which you wear, because that also gives you an indication how good you are when it comes to representing yourself to others. Thanks, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krishna. Again, like you said, it is very important to keep in mind when buying rather than regret after having bought something very expensive. Next speaker, I see Manu, who has raised his hand. So Manu, can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes. So Manu, your topic is, if you had the power to delete some colors from the world, which one would you pick? If you had the power to delete a color from the world, which one would you pick?
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhamati, for this wonderful topic. And it's a very difficult question to answer. Which color should I delete if I have a chance to pick? Let me think. If I have a chance to delete some of the color, then most probably I would pick red color, because red is the one which is causing many problems in our life. If you have some struggles, then always it will be indicated with the reds. And if you are in the traffic, then the red signal is always dangerous. Not dangerous, but we have to spend a lot of time in the red signal. So I have always liked the green. And since I came from the village background, and a lot of greeneries are there, and I would like to see green as everywhere green as the main color I would like to see. And green has a lot of, as you already said, your eyes will not get that much strain with light colors. But on the other hand, with the red colors and all, the eyes straining will be more. So if I get a chance to delete the color, then obviously it will be red. And the reason is that the traffic light signal and the struggles which we have to face in our life, it will be indicated with the red card. Even here also, if I speak more than 2 minutes, then you will indicate a red card. So I cannot speak more than 2 minutes if I want to speak also. So the red is that which I would like to delete from the world if I get a chance, and hopefully I won't get a chance. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manu. Our next speaker, see that it's Toastmaster Vivian. So Toastmaster Vivian.
Yes.
Okay. Your topic for today is, after all the colors in our smartphones, how do you feel about black and white photos? After all the color photos in our smartphones, how do you feel about black and white photos?
I think you're being very funny because I'm 70 years old. How do I feel about that? Those were the only colors we had when I was a kid. Give me a break. Hello. I think we're getting personal here, Just kidding. How do I feel? I feel that I would have been brought back in time. Just think, if I tell you, think back to half a century ago, you're all gonna say, half a century ago? Well, yeah, I just finished telling you I'm 70. Half a century ago, I was 20. Goodness gracious. So black and white photos were even farther back than that. And you're asking me how I feel? I feel like a Jurassic dinosaur, if you're gonna ask me. My goodness gracious, we didn't even have gray. We just had black or white. Because if it was gray, it would have been rejected altogether. going back to the word, how do I feel? I feel historical and hysterical, and I feel envious of the kids today who have all the options of 286,794 shades of red, which the speaker before me just said he hated. I'm envious. I'm jealous. And I believe in reincarnation. I will come back as the carnival queen with all the colors in my diapers, in my baby clothes. My absolute revenge on society is to be the most colorful baby in the nursery. And I will start my life that way as a revenge because we didn't have choices before. I will live the most colorfully dressed baby, infant, toddler, and perhaps the rest of my life. And why not? I don't care what the station says. I'm a broadcaster. I am going to wear very colorful clothes, have a colorful background, and drive everybody crazy. I don't care. I'll get back at society. Thank you for your question. I love you from Manila, Philippines. Good evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivian, for joining us and sharing your amusing thoughts on why you hate black and white so much. And I'm sorry if I picked you for or gave you a wrong topic.
It was perfect.
We have one more topic. Anyone interested? Okay, I see Archana has raised her hand. Archana, you can unmute yourself.
Yes.
So Archana, your topic is, if you had to color the world in a single color, what would it be? If you had to color the world in a single color, what color would it be?
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Bhamati. I raised my hand because I was inspired by Vivian's amazing speech. And yeah, it's pretty interesting that, the way Vivian talked about how black and white isn't exactly appealing and it's all monochrome. There's no choice. But if I had to, in fact, pick just one color to paint the world in, I think I'd paint it pink. For very selfish reasons, I like the color. It is my favorite color. The appeal of pink is it belongs everywhere. You can paint the wall pink, you can wear pink. You can even have pink eyelashes. That's in fashion now. And people also have pink contact lenses. If any of you follow Korean pop music, you will know what I'm talking about. So I feel like pink is already so ingrained in our culture that even if it was everywhere, it wouldn't make such a big difference. It wouldn't have us alter our state of life all that much, because depending on the shade of pink, everything's already kind of pink anyway, right? If you think about it, your skin is pink, just various shades of it, and it belongs everywhere, right? So there's no pressure. So I feel like that would be the easiest choice. So yeah, and with that, I would like to end my speech and yeah, live long and prosper in the pink of health. Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Thank you, Archana. Pink is also my favorite color, so I wouldn't mind the world being pink. With this, we will end the table topic session. I prepared.
Bhanumati, sorry, Bhamati, if I can give you one topic that you would like to talk about.
I'm sorry, Vaibhavi, can you please repeat?
If I can give you a topic and you can talk about it to sum up.
Sure, we can do it. Can someone else time my speech then?
We have Lohit, and
okay.
You just have to read the chat.
Okay, sure.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, sure, Vaibhavi. I'm ready.
Toastmaster Bhamati, colorful hoodian according to you. Colorful hoodian according to you, Toastmaster Bhamati.
Colorful hoodian according to me. I think the most colorful Hoodian, according to me, is Toastmaster Arijit. And for people who are acquainted with Toastmaster Arijit will agree with me, definitely. He is one personality who makes any meeting come alive. He brings in the most amazing guests, and he also helps us whenever we are short on role takers. So, and talking about Toastmaster Arijit, I've known him now for almost 4 years. It's been 5 years since I joined Toastmasters, and I met him soon after in the Express to Lead meeting. And from there, it has been just a wonderful journey. Now, Toastmaster Arijit brings in more female guests than ever. I don't know why. But he is also very, what shall I say? He was a very crucial part in forming this Hoodie Toastmasters Club. In fact, he was one of our first members, and he was there even before we started the pre-charter meetings, when we were having discussions about starting a community club in Hoodie. He was one of the persons who was there like, yes, we need to start it and I'll be there to support you. So yeah, I think I would say he's been the most colorful personality, not just in Hoodie for me, but also in Toastmasters. I feel proud to know him. So thank you.
Great, Toastmaster Bhamati. Really nice hearing you.
Okay, now let me don the hat of Toastmaster of the Day again. Now we've discussed so much about colors, but let me quickly tell you something a little bit about the warm colors. We know like cool colors now, but what about the warm colors? Are they of no use to us then? Restaurants and the food industry will disagree, because the restaurants and food industry thrive on warm colors. Can anyone guess the reason?
It teaches, it kindles your taste buds.
You're very close. Okay, so yellow and orange are mostly used by restaurants because they stimulate our appetites. Can you believe it? So next time when you head to a restaurant, watch out the decor people. See if they've subtly put in yellow and orange into their backgrounds to help you feel more hungry and add up to that bill. Also, now you know which color to stay away from if you are on a diet. And for new parents here, I found out something really very interesting. It seems if your bedroom is yellow color, your child will tend to stay up awake late in the night and maybe even cry more. So that is one color you don't definitely want to put in your bedroom. Now, before we come to the end of our meeting, let me quickly call upon our general evaluator for today to take us through the evaluation. Toastmaster Arijit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhamati, and especially for that table topic, which was given to you impromptu by Vaibhavi. And I myself don't know how I managed to get more female guests in the club. Yeah. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting the evaluation of today's meeting. And firsthand, I will request Toastmaster Krishna Kumar to give his evaluation report for our speaker, Yaska, Toastmaster Yaska.
Brace your hurdles, be ready, and reach out as required. What a powerful end. Those words keep ringing not only in my ear, but have started to affect the way I'm going to deal with my hurdles, I believe. Yaska Deva, what an amazing speech you had. To summarize your speech, you clearly mentioned about how you volunteered for a Toastmasters club, how leadership came to you rather than you searching for it. By accepting role in 2 clubs simultaneously, you told about the hurdles you went through. Most importantly, just not putting the hurdles out, you also told about what are the steps you started to take to overcome these hurdles. And those two aspects which you told about delegation and networking was icing on the cake. You tried to have an associate, personal relationship within the team or within the club, also relationship across the districts. I personally know you because you had volunteered in our club for many of the roles. Thank you for that. But you were really clear in the way you put the message across. I would like to read your speech in three different aspects. One, things that went really well. One thing that could have been gone better. And I want to put one challenge across to you. Let me go with things that went really well. Volunteering in Toastmasters was a relatable topic, and we are part of the Toastmasters club, so it was very relatable. The flow of your speech was very good. I never felt you were going off topic anywhere. You started the speech in gibberish. This garnered the necessary attention of the audience very well. I think these were amazing in your speech, apart from all the other lot of good, amazing things. One thing which I would have felt could have gone better, I feel that it could have gone better, is you could have avoided the background image as your hand gestures were getting truncated. Like what I am doing now, you can see my hand gestures are getting truncated. I think that you could have concentrated on, because in a virtual meeting, these are the things which we have to concentrate on. One thing I would really like to challenge you was your tone. Your tone throughout was very soothing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Very good. But imagine the message that which you told at last. You said told it as brace your hurdles, be ready, reach out as required. You know, I'm not mimicking you, but I'm just trying to use the tone, that soothing tone. Could have been like this: brace your hurdles, be ready, reach out as required to others for help. You know, something like this could have made this amazing speech, could have added a little more flavor to it, I feel. Having said that, thank you for this amazing speech. Would really like to hear more of your speeches. And also congratulations for being the president of this amazing club. All the best for that too. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krishna, for that crisp evaluation. I would not be evaluating the speech of Yaska. There's one point, however, I would like to draw after I evaluate your evaluation. And I really like the way you focused on the crux of the speech, which was delegation and networking. That brings us, means after listening to so many table topics, this was a good way to remind people of what Yaska spoke about. So, and it immediately made a mark on us. Yes, these are the things we heard during his speech. And then you identified his strengths as a speaker quite accurately. And for your suggestion about limiting our space due to the virtual background, that was a very novel feature, because a lot of people do not focus in it, irrespective of being used to features for more than used to toast online meetings for over 2 years now. Now, okay, a great job done, Toastmaster Krishna, on your evaluation. I like the way you encouraged your speakers. So that is one thing which every evaluator should take away from your evaluation. So thank you for that. And the next, and there's one point for Yaska. Please kindly avoid telling people that Arijit makes people officers after they join the club. So that would limit our membership drive. And next, I will be requesting. Okay, now I will be speaking on the various aspects of the meeting. The meeting started at 3:05 p.m. Which we can improve on, which we can work on, but on the same time, people were networking, people were talking about how the week went. So I personally don't mind it starting a little late when there's good banter or conversations going around. I will be beginning with Toastmaster Lohit. Toastmaster Lohit, he starts his meeting. I've been telling him 2 weeks on the road that he likes to directly come to the point, which is a great thing. He tells the rules in a very crisp manner, but I would request him to engage into some small talk with people, or at least talk about the topic. If I was timing you when you were the speaker, you took less than 45 seconds while doing your sergeant at arms. I would request you to at least speak for 60 to 90 seconds as the sergeant at arms. And then we had Toastmaster Yaska. So I was also disappointed by Yaska when he came as the president and then he did not speak, because most of the presidents, they'd like to speak about what is the meeting all about, and his idea about the club or Toastmasters. But then he brought those points when he came as a speaker. So he did a great job as a speaker. But I would recommend him to at least speak 2 lines before coming, when he comes as a president or the presiding officer of the meeting. Next, I will be moving to our Toastmaster and the Toastmaster of the day, and also the table topic master. So when she started, when she started, she said about colors play a calming effect, which is a great thing, and which is also true about her voice. Because when she started telling us about colors and her theme for today's meeting, it was very calming. It was very interesting to know. Whenever people talk to me about colors, I start singing Mani Ratnam songs from Mani Ratnam movies like Satrangi Re from Dil Se or Ale Payude's Pachanirame and things like that. But the kind of technical and analytical aspects of colors and the kind of effect they have, that was really interesting. A lot of romantics in your crowd would have been disappointed, and especially two gentlemen who are wearing red shirt when you said that red distresses people a little bit. But nonetheless, I really I can understand from where it is coming. But yeah, it was a job great done. Also about the table topics, a very nice choice of topics. I really enjoyed the manner you selected the topics. Everyone, none of the speakers, though we had most of the guests speaking, none of them felt hesitant to speak about the topics, which was a great topic. Like Vaibhavi spoke about as her experiences as a child with colors, which brought a lot of nostalgia. And I think this is a common thing for all people, like they relate colors and their mothers first. So even I had that idea. And then Krishna spoke something interesting that I will try to highlight it, is that as a man, color shades limit him, and to that effect. So and I will tell you my favorite color. Already 2 people have mentioned it. And my favorite color too is pink. I love the color pink for a reason. It's very calming. It's very calming to the eyes. And a lot of men, they do not, means they feel that it's a feminine color and all that. But let's not get into that kind of a thing. But if you want to see, one of the IPL teams, Rajasthan Royals, they wear this shade pink, and that helped one of the organizations which manufactures sanitary napkins to make these men speak about the importance of sanitary napkins, because in our country a lot of people are not aware of sanitary napkins and the benefits they provide. So this is one thing. So colors do not limit you to your faith or gender and things like that. The vividity of colors, they make us they make the world beautiful and wonderful. So that is one thing I would like to focus. I would like to suggest you. And then we had Vivian, who got everyone laughing and rollicking while she told about her obsession or her problems with black and white. For a moment, I was feeling bad because I am wearing black. So, and that was great. And even Toastmaster Archana, she did a fine job about speaking about the color pink. And also Manu, he spoke about a very interesting point in his speech that was about the color green and the importance it had in his life. So I really liked that part of his speech. Next, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time I have to tell one of my very good friends that I paid a lot of attention while he was getting everyone speak when he was when he was conducting the oath taking ceremony. So he was so clear. This is the first time I paid attention when people are taking the oath, because a lot of people are so excited about taking the roles and all that, so they forget of what the other speaker is speaking. But Vidyut, I appreciate him for being so calm and while telling us about our responsibilities as officers that we are taking. So ladies and gentlemen, that was a very colorful meeting. I really enjoyed everyone's input. So before I end it, I would also request our tag team to come in effect. First, I will be requesting the counter to present his report. So the counter was so drawn into the speeches of every speaker who came, he forgot to take account of the ums. But I have a report that the gentleman who is presenting the accounts, he would have the maximum and ums, so he should work on it. And then we have the timer. We have joint timers. So who would like to present the report?
I will share the report already.
Yes, do share your message.
Is my screen visible? Okay.
I'm not able to see. Yes, it's visible.
So both the prepared speech and evaluator took little more time than it was allotted. So Eskadeva took 7 minutes 43 seconds and Krishna took 3 minutes 8 seconds. And when it comes to table topic, all the speakers were within the timeline. Vivian took 2 minutes 31 seconds. Thank you, Arjit.
Thank you, Lohit, for showing me a spreadsheet on a Saturday afternoon. Nonetheless, it was a job well done. Thank you for your report, and thank you, Bhamati, for showing the colors, the effect of colors during the course of the speech. In the meantime, I have received a chat that is from our friend Krishna, who had a bad experience when he wore a color pink. And I don't know what is the problem with these Europeans. You know, recently I was reading an article where the Italian police, they refuse to wear pink shaded masks. I don't know why this has come across, but definitely Bhamati, Archana, and I would like to change that. So next time we are in Europe, we will ensure that people wear more of pink and accept it. Next, I would be requesting our very funky, vivid, and entertaining grammarian Toastmaster Vinayakam to present his report.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arjit. The word of the day was used thrice, once by Toastmaster Bhamati and twice by Toastmaster Arjit. Regarding the usage, good usage and bad usage. See, as a student, typically my motto used to be to fly under the radar and do nothing that catches the attention of the teachers. I mean, that was so that I wouldn't be called upon for either getting very bad marks or getting good marks, and I need to, you know, answer questions and of that sort. In a speech, however, I really feel that not getting attention to the phrases used or something like that is a great virtue. That means people are concentrating more on the content and not on the words, or if it is too decorative, or you know, it's not catching attention to the usage rather than the content of it. So today it was the meeting itself was of very high quality. All the role holders and the prepared speech, table topics, everybody was of very high quality. This is one of the finest meetings I have attended in the last 3-4 years that I have been with Toastmasters. Kudos to that. And I do not have anything specific to note. Just one point, this is an aside apart from my grammarian role. I just wanted to make one point about the theme. Colors in general, I mean, as in accordance with the generalization of men, I cannot make out one color from other. My wife teases me as a colorblind person, and so I was a bit worried about the about the theme, but it came out wonderful. And in as a anticipation, as a teaser to the next week's theme, I would like to talk about one scene from the movie Sholay, which highlights the usage of a brilliant usage of color, where they introduce the character of Jaya Baduri, the person playing the widow, and they show her in white, and then they talk about her childhood, where she's playing Holi and she gets married, etc. And that contrast is brilliantly shown. I think that was a great usage of color and how it is. I'm not getting into the usage of white and other things, but in keeping with the customs, that I think that was a brilliant thing. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Arijit.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Vinayakam. I'm yet to come across the good usage of English till now in the meeting. But yeah, thanks for telling us about, or thanks for pitching for next week's meeting, which is about movies. So, ladies and gentlemen, so this was our meeting, and okay, there's one thing I would like to highlight during the course in my report is that a lot of people, I've observed this in a lot of meetings recently, that people tell that we should, as Toastmasters, we should aspire to become a champion speaker, ISC winner, and things like that. Ladies and gentlemen, I beg to differ. The goal of a Toastmaster when he joins any club, for that matter of fact, is to improve as a speaker, and the responsibility of every Toastmaster, new or old, is to ensure that our goals towards our communication goals or aspirations towards it are achieved, and everyone helps to achieve that. So I would request people to kindly avoid telling people that you have to become a ISS winner and all that. No, that's not the hallmark of a good Toastmaster. The hallmark of a good Toastmaster is that he or she helps people achieve their communication goals. So that is one point on which I would like to end today's meeting, and I would request our Toastmaster of the day to speak, to take center stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arijit, for that wonderful evaluation session. I hope we can all learn from today's points of improvement. Well, before I wrap up, I just want to point out that we should always understand that there are a lot of variations when it comes to interpretation, meaning, or perceptions in colors among various cultures. Just now we heard from Toastmaster Krishna about his experience in France. Then we heard about from Toastmaster Vivek Murugam about how white has a different meaning in Indian culture. So we should always bear in mind that when we are giving color related suggestions to other people, especially when it comes to attire, because in India, white, especially for married women, is associated as what shall I say, mourning their husbands, whereas the same white stands for purity in Western weddings. So we should always remember these differences. With this, I would say I hope that I've been able to throw some light on the mental and emotional effects that colors have in our life. So with this, I will hand over the meeting to our president for conducting the voting, and then to end with the presiding speech. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster Yaska.
Thank you. I'm just launching the polls for our best table topic speaker. Please vote. One more. Okay. And the winner unanimously is Toastmaster Vivian.
Thank you. Thank you.
For that anyway.
Thank you.
And we have the roll takers, please. That is launched now. Because we had only one speaker and one evaluator, we don't consider who's the best. Only one is there. We don't have a competition there. Okay. Our best major role player is our Toastmaster of the day and table topics master, Toastmaster Bhamati. Congratulations. And our auxiliary role player is our grammarian, the most energetic Vinayakam. Congratulations. So with this, we conclude the meeting for today of 15th Jan. One announcement: from next week onwards, we'll be meeting on a different link. So please watch us, watch our spaces, Facebook, WhatsApp group, everywhere we'll be posting the new link. Before I end the meeting, we have to four. Any one of you want to share comments, feedbacks with us? Archana, Vivian, Manu.
Yeah, it's me, Manu. So it was a wonderful meeting, and I have really enjoyed this total throughout the session, and I learned a lot about the colors, vivid ideas, vivid thinkings. All those things was very wonderful, and it was really nice to see the public speeches, hear the public speeches. I mean, the prepared speeches and all those things. I learned a lot. So it was really wonderful. I enjoyed throughout the session. I would like to see more sessions in the future. Thank you.
If you wish to be contacted, please drop your message number to me. I will make sure that you are updated with the club information.
Sure, sure.
Yes, Vivian.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank Yaska for allowing me to invite myself, which I did, because I'm a very, very, very shy person. I like inviting myself. I thank all of you for your warm welcome and for enjoying my wacky words of wisdom from the 70-year-old. Allow me to leave my short message to all of you. Do not be intimidated with public speaking. I did not speak from 1st grade to 6th grade. And now look, you cannot stop me. I even invite myself. My goodness gracious. And as the universe guided Bhamati, that was a perfect question for me, for all of you to appreciate and be grateful that you have more choices now. We had only choices of very black, slightly black, and really black. But truly, for those of you who are wearing black, notice I'm wearing black in all my pictures. For the ladies, let that be a tip. When you're 30 pounds overweight like me, wear black inner blouse, okay? And because I like colors, wear a colorful shawl. So allow me to leave that as my little tip to all of you, that life is not a prepared speech. Just tell a story straight from the heart. Go for it and drive people crazy just like I did, because I love you. From Manila, Philippines, much love and big hugs. Thank you for your warm welcome. I love you.
Thank you, Vivian. Thank you very much. Love from India. Please do join us every Saturday. We meet at 3 p.m. Archana.
Yes, thank you, Yaska. And it was quite a lovely meeting. I am not used to the rigor and the formality of Toastmasters, but when we started off with the installation, I was a little confused, I think, because I wasn't sure how formal or how, how intense the meeting would be. But, as we went along, and especially when we got to table topics, the mood changed and lightened up. And I think Vivian's speech also inspired me to take a stab at, trying table topics on my own. And special note of thanks to Arijit for inviting me at the last moment. This was quite impromptu for me as well, attending the meeting. So all in all, a very wonderful experience and something that I will treasure for a long time. So lovely to meet you all.
Thank you, Archana. Vaibhavi.
Audience. It was great learning today. I could see a variety of cross section and plenty of learning. Thanks to Yaska for inviting me to the meeting, and looking forward to be an active member in Hoodie also. Thank you, and please you guys also join SDM CET Toastmasters group someday.
Thank you, Vaibhavi, for joining in. With this, I will officially close the meeting. Thank you, Vidyut, for joining us and helping us with the installation. Please do join us many times. And I think we have tomorrow our area council meeting, right? So we'll see you there tomorrow, Bhamati, and you. All the best, everyone. Stop the recording with